Hi, my name is Andrew. Thank you for visiting my YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to take a look at the ultimate institutional fundraising database that has over 250,000 contacts in venture capital, private equity, family investment offices, hedge funds, investment banks, angel investors, and more. Now, this is a database purely for institutional grade and corporate groups that are looking to make contacts and raise funds for their projects. A little bit about myself. I'm a fundraising strategist with 15 years of experience in high-end real estate sales and marketing, spanning Canada, Dubai, and the Caribbean. And over the past 2 years on Fiverr, I've assisted over 280 clients with startup fundraising, pitch deck refinement, investor outreach strategies, and custom investor databases. I also serve as an advisor to a New York-based private equity firm specializing in real estate funding. The firm diversifies its portfolio across various sectors with a particular focus on income-producing real estate. I assist private real estate groups in securing debt and equity financing with investment sizes ranging from $10 million to $100 million per project. You can learn a little bit more about my services by clicking my Fiverr link below. This video showcases the ultimate institutional investor database for corporate groups looking to raise capital. Now, if you watch my previous videos, you know I have over 400,000 contacts in my databases. In fact, I have over 900 spreadsheets. That includes corporate databases and individual ultra-high net worth databases that are used mainly for different purposes. So this particular database is purely for groups that are looking to raise capital and make contacts, and when it comes to corporate and institutional grade leads. So who can benefit from this database? Real estate developers and companies. Those are seeking capital for private equity firms and hedge funds for large-scale projects or expansion. Financial advisors and consultants aiming to connect their clients with investment banks and other financial institutions to structure deals or raise capital. Established businesses and corporations exploring strategic partnerships or growth opportunities through investments from private equity, hedge funds, or family investment offices. And startups and entrepreneurs looking to secure funding from venture capitalists, angel investors, or family investment offices to bring innovative ideas to life. So let's look at the database. So now we're going to take a look at the databases that are all part of this package. And to start off with, I'm going to go through them and then we're going to do a review. Again, this is a comprehensive database. I have been working on these databases for about 4 or 5 years now, and I've started to really refine them. Now, these particular lists in most of this part of it are databases that have already been used by people who are looking to raise capital. Most of them have been cleaned. Clean means I've run them through email validation software to get rid of all the dead leads. But a database like this is always a work in progress. You should never expect 100% delivery. You have to work on them year by year, cleaning out the good, replacing them. People change, they move jobs. So just keep that in mind. If you're looking to acquire this database, you're still going to have to do a little bit of work to refine it. Now, the odds are that if you are looking at this database, you're a larger corporate group and you probably have staff that knows a lot about databases and how to manage them. So let's start off with, so the Asia Pacific database has 1,300 contacts, and what I'm just going to do is just show you the top ends of them. This has been validated in 2024. Again, these are going to be venture capital private equity groups. Australia, this is 330, and most of these are going to be email databases unless I'll let you know that they're not. So you can find a lot of emails on these, firm names, address, that sort of thing. Blockchain, this is a database that I created for a client who wanted to raise capital for their startup that was linked to blockchain. So there's 130 of them that basically cater to blockchain mainly. Canada Angels is another list, is a database of 1,100 contacts, and this particular database is all LinkedIn mostly. Then you have the Canada Venture Capital Private Equity Database, just updated in January 2023, and it has their work emails, firm name, and the whole bit. Then we move on to China. China has around 1,000 contacts. Again, it has all emails and LinkedIn's in this, about 350 LinkedIn's, all the websites, how many investments they've raised. So you can see that these databases do have a fair bit of information. This is a custom private database, just of smaller sizes, around 25, 50,000, 100,000. mainly LinkedIn. I would say that they're not only venture capital firms, but there's a group of angels in there as well. This is a select list of family investment offices I recently created for a USA-based client. They're all USA, and there's 70 of them on here. You've got all their emails and basically their sectors that they work in. Then there's a global list. This is a list that is not cleaned. It needs a lot of refinement. It is the largest database of family investment offices in the world. I've taken about 3 years to pull all these together. The reason it needs cleaning is because I've never updated it. Cleaning basically means you're best to run it through a email verification system, get rid of the dead ones, and then start filtering them by country. You can see here you've got US, Canada, Germany, everything. This is a global list. If you were to try to acquire this particular database, it is very, very costly. I've included it in this package, mainly for institutional corporate groups that are looking to target them as well. Again, very hard to find database. It includes both multi and single family offices. Global Tech, this is a great database if you're looking to raise capital, you're a startup and you're looking in the tech field. And again, this is mostly venture capital. There is some private equity in there as well. Global Venture Capital LinkedIn, this is a big database, 45,000 people that are in the venture capital private equity sector. They're all their LinkedIn contacts. And again, if you've used LinkedIn, you know there's ways to extract and different software to extract emails from them, but it is probably the most comprehensive database of fundraising professionals. This is a global venture capital database, 38,000 or so in here. LinkedIn, 18,000 emails. The emails were all verified, so this is a good database as well. And we've got India Venture Capital. Private equity is a smaller list, 250. Then there's a small list here of investment consultants. So these are consultants that are good contacts if you're looking to reach out to people that are in the fundraising and capital raising business. And it's a pretty good list. It is all USA and Canada. International Venture Capital, this is a pretty comprehensive list, 15,000 contacts. And it includes description, their websites, a lot of LinkedIn's in here. And again, it's a global list. Investment banks, global, 575, and has their emails and LinkedIn's for many of them. And it also reviews the sectors that they're involved in. So you can see these are very good lists if you're looking to build a master database of corporate contacts. This is the Middle East Venture Capital Private Equity Investment Company Database. It is a list that I've worked on for a couple years. I think it's the most advanced one when it comes to the Middle East for all those three categories. Again, investment companies, venture capital, private equity. And what I've done is this was created for a Dubai-based group. Includes their description, main business interests, investment targets. There's a lot of real estate in here. It also includes the key assets that they've looked at. This also has key outreach touch points and contact sourcing points and secondary and third emails. A lot of detail in here. Again, this is taking a long time to create because it's very hard to find updated databases in the Middle East, and it's cleaned. So this is one that you can pretty much be sure that it's about 95% accurate as of today, as we sit here in September of 2024. UK and Europe private equity and venture capital, that's 2,500. Again, that's another cleaned and refined list. Lots of contact details there as well. UK Angels, 350. It also includes emails, which is rare. USA Ultimate Seed Database, probably the most popular database that I am asked about because it is a very refined database. Over 37,000 startups have been launched with this database. So I have lots of people coming to me and asking, do you have a database? I need 150, 200,000. I want all your contacts. If you're raising capital for a startup in the USA, these 570 contacts should be all you need. So a little tip that I'll give you, because if you can't raise your funds from this database, you've got to take a real hard look at, one, your presentation, which, by the way, you can contact me if you need help with your presentation. Number two, if you can't raise funds after going out to these people, then you probably have something that you're never going to raise funds for. And I'm telling you that as somebody who's looked at hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pitch decks and helped a lot of people with their fundraising campaigns. USA angel investors, that's 11,000, and that is all LinkedIn. And then we're going to look at, lastly, the database dashboard, which has 250,000 contacts. So we're going to take a look at that now. Okay, now we're over on the dashboard. So this is a different part of the database. It has around 250,000 contacts that are loaded into it. Now, some of the databases that you've seen previously are also in this database, but what this database also has is a fair bit more, including pension funds, much more on government institutional fundraising, everything in the fundraising categories. So it's going to be a really good additional part. And the nice thing about this particular database is, again, let's say you want to look at, we'll pick out a city here, New York, and then we'll come down to entity type. So if in New York, you see 13,000 of the contacts are in there. And if we want to look at private equity, it is much faster than this, but on my system, because I've got a lot of windows open, it's a little bit slower. So you can see there's 759 private equity firms in New York, and this will just help you do more refining. Now, you're still going to have to go down here, export the results. So when you export the results, they come out in Excel, very much like what you've seen before. So it's instantaneously as soon as you push the button. So then what I would do then is you're going to again refine that particular list. So again, that's loaded with 252,000 contacts. Not all of 400. I think the entire database is around 380,000 contacts. But this is just going to show you those smaller lists were made using a lot of this particular dashboard. So it's an additional feature that you're going to be able to use to help you do some selection and filtering for your own purpose. So now a quick review on the databases that I've shown in the previous parts. You can see here they're listed on the left hand side in the total contacts. Now sometimes those are contacts and emails and LinkedIn's. The majority of this database, at least for the first part of it, before you get to the data dashboard, are emails. So you can see that it's a mix of email and LinkedIn's. So in total, you're looking at around 250,000 for the dashboard, and then the total when you add the others, it's about 398,000. Now this may contain duplicates due to sorting. For example, this database here, Ultimate UK Venture Capital Angel Investors of 2,500, it may have the 350 angels that are in this list here. So these are just averages. But it just gives you an idea. Because they have been segmented for specific clients of mine and purposes, there is going to be a bit of duplication, but it's not in the majority of the cases. So this is the entire database that you get with this package, and you can contact me via my Fiverr details below for more information. Now, a final thing about this database before we close off this video is you cannot get this database anywhere else in the market. This database is a work in progress. It's taken me a few years to collect. I get them from many sources. So this is not something that you're going to be able to find and buy off a shelf from someone else. So if you're looking for something that's really custom and you do not have to run around buying from multiple sources, I'm going to make this really, really easy for you. Just contact me. For more information on my databases and fundraising services, click my Fiverr link below. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.